Jay from San Leon has a question about a filter sucking.
I know. It sounds pretty bad.
I didn't write that. I just said it.
I know. Well, he said, well, we're just writing what they sent us, Tom. He says he's got a 2-ton single-speed AC unit installed in 2017. It's servicing about 1,000 square feet. Okay? 2 tons, 1,000 square feet. Most important number for you. Jay writes, the return air is sucking the filter up super hard and is loud. We have 2 return air vents for the unit, both louder than they should be. Now, Rick, with absolute comfort, resized the evaporator coil for some reason, and he was wondering, is it the fabric tinted filters we're using? I guess that's like the 3M Filter Eat ones, or would the fiberglass ones be better, the more the rock catcher kind of? So what's causing this suction, Tom?
Well, and Rick probably should have, and he probably looked at it and realized that maybe it's just the way the system's set up. First off, let's go through the positives. 2 tons for 1,000 square feet is right on the money as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure Rick resized the evaporator coil, knowing him, wasn't for the airspeed, it was for the dehumidification in the system, so it would dehumidify better, because that's one of the reasons they'll do that. And he might have been able to slow the airspeed down so it didn't pull so hard. But when it comes to air conditioning size filters, and that's one piece of information I don't have on these, how big a filter they are, for 1 square foot of surface area per ton, that means you need two full square feet. You can only use what a lot of people refer to as the cheap fiberglass filters that don't pick up a lot of the debris. If you're going to use a pleated filter, which is much more dense, it's like a MERV 7, MERV 8 is what the rating would be on it, and that's probably what this gentleman is using. I've seen him suck those things in pretty heavily. It's just the nature of it because it's more dense. And so you need 1.5 square feet of surface area minimum for those types of filters. So I just have a feeling you don't have enough surface area on your filters, and the system is just choking for air. If you try using what we call the cheaper fiberglass filters, yeah, sure, frog catchers, that's good, and it works well, that's your problem. You just need more return air. And I can tell you, in my own house, my personal home, I've got 7 of them all over the place. And
wow, you collected the whole set.
Yeah, I got one in every bedroom, 2 in a hallway, they're all over. But I only have that big media filter on the back of my unit, so I have 1 filter, 7 return airs, which is more. It's probably happening more and more today. I'm glad to see you have 2. I just think they're probably too small.
So that would explain why he's getting as much noise, because it's pulling.
Anytime.
Pull in.
Yeah, and I'd like to know if you actually talked to Rick about this, because that probably would have helped. I hope you did. But as far as that goes, it can get really noisy because the fan motor is struggling so hard. You'll hear fan motors go up and down depending on how much resistance they have. And that's why, and if you have another checkup, and you should soon, and this is the time of year for your furnace checkup, right? You're getting cold weather now. As far as that goes, tell them to do a static air pressure test to make sure it's not pulling too much on those filters. And if you take them off and you hear the system get quieter, then you know it's that simple. Just take them off and run it for 10 minutes. And if you hear the system quiet down, that's your problem.
Yeah, we have media filters in our house.
Yeah.
So, which would be like a big 4-inch thick one up in the attic. So we don't have them in our returns, but I could see where that choking could happen. So,
oh, yeah. Right. A lot of apartment complexes and stuff that people have, and they have these little tiny return airs, and the air conditioning system's up over the bathtub, and it drains down into that. I mean, it gets to be a mess. You'll see that a lot in a lot of these apartment complexes and things.
All right. We want to see more of your questions, so visit HomeShowRadio.com. We're here to help you make your house more enjoyable, more affordable, and keep you from getting taken advantage of. That's what we do at HomeShowRadio.com. Click on the Ask Tom button, send in the question, and we'll answer it in a video like this, and we post them every day, 365 days a year at HomeShowRadio.com, at our Facebook page, and, of course, our YouTube channel.